Marauders is about to change forever. April 25th, we got the United Allies update, which was the biggest update this game has had to date. But here in the next few weeks in June, we're about to get an even bigger update, and that is the Mining Frigate update. This footage is coming courtesy of Severino's Twitch. He's been the #1 player in this game, or one of for a minute now. Check him out. But now, let's see what the Mining Frigate patch has to offer for us.
Minimine was revealed 2 blogs ago, and it's in the final phases of production. So we're actually looking to kind of get it ready in June. It's not far off. Now, the great thing about this map is it's a breach-only location that goes alongside the calling cruiser. So we just have a few more options within that procedural spawn. People are a bit sick of calling cruiser already. They can now explore the mini mine. Alongside this, we're also very happy that we'll be trying our first passive solo queue feature. But essentially, we're hoping it'll be quite a smooth implementation. Basically, if you're not in a crew, you automatically join matches with other solos. And for balancing reasons, obviously, we can't have double locations. So, we'll be sticking back to single POI. We're going to be trying it with 10 solo players first, so it'll be quite busy. We also have those additional breach-only locations on there as well, like the merchant ship, capital frigate, and soon to be the mini mine. I think we've got a few more screenshots here. We call it the mini mine codename, but its official name is the mining frigate, and it's essentially a ship that's coupled itself with an asteroid and it's mined drilled right through the middle. It has similar tones to the asteroid mine we currently have. It's a lot more, we've learned a lot more since then, so we've corrected and added a lot more details and that kind of stuff. So it's already definitely looking like our best map visually. So we're pretty excited about it. And I got a little treat here. I'm actually going to try and run around a little bit for you right now. I've spawned in here the middle of the map, right? The map structure kind of works like a vertical dungeon. You start at the top and you work your way down to the bottom. I'm in the middle floor here. I'm not going to show too much. I'm going to keep a lot of this for when the patch drops, but this red light usually indicates that you're going back up to the top floor where the escape pods are and where you breach in. So there's going to be a lot of heavy traffic congestion in those areas, right? You got people breaching in and leaving in the top floor. But the deeper you go, the better loot you'll have. So if I run over to this opposite side here, there's a little security office in here, and then we've got our mammoth drill going through the map here, which is a point of interest, the location that you can use to anchor, just in case you get a bit lost. It's also really handy for going up and down the map, so people can drop down this little shortcut here, for instance, and then drop right back down to the bottom here. There's lots of difference in lighting and effects that we're very proud of, and Team 17 has helped us in that. But as you can see, it's a solid mixture of organic shapes and hard surfaces, because people get too tired with too much metal. Too much diesel punk metal.
That map looks awesome. Lots of different cover and angles and rotations. That's gonna be a lot of fun to play on.
I don't know about you guys, but I cannot wait for the solo queue feature. It sounds like it's going to be so much fun. And also, we've been teased this map for, it seems like months now. The fact that it's finally going to be playable is just super exciting. I can't wait to see how the verticality plays out on this map, but we got a whole lot more to get into.
Now, in this June update, which we're going to call the mining frigate update, there'll be a couple more weapons. The MAZ 44 will be entering the space. This is to replace the M16 that's currently spawns in the UA Marines, because obviously M16 is a mid to high tier weapon, so we don't want too many of those in the loot pool. So it'll be getting replaced with a semi-automatic 5.56 weapon. And then we've also got our 4-chamber dart pistol. But I'll just show pictures first. So this is the MAZ 44 10 round capacity mag with some attachments to come. And then this is the 4-chamber dart pistol, which comes with a new ammo type, which is literally darts. So we're hoping to see this kind of weapon type as something that's kind of quiet, like a well rod. So even its pistol, SMG, and rifle counterpart are all baseline quite quiet, but also hurt a lot. Since you can see there, dart is a large caliber.
I always love seeing what new weapons they're going to add with each update, but this update in particular, I'm extremely excited to see what that dart pistol is going to be about. They said they wanted to make it pretty strong out of the gate, so I'm super pumped to use that gun. It looks like it's going to be a beast.
So we've been wanting to add a little bit more to the world outside of just the shooting stuff. So you may have seen in the previous update, we had explosive barrels, as well as other secrets, some of which we haven't told you, so you can kind of go and find them, as well as the vending machines and stuff like that. And a new one that's going to be going in is the what are we doing? Slot machine. So this is just one of our little prototype rooms, and you can see it cost a copper coin to enter into it, and there's a chance you can win. You can win big. So
you guys are gonna make a bunch of gambling addicts in your game.
This is yeah.
I think this is a really cool feature that's going to be added to the maps to liven everything up a little bit and give us something else to spend our copper coins on. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've got like 100 of them in my inventory with nothing to do with.
We've heard a lot of feedback over Colony Cruiser, and the intention was it's supposed to be a hot PvP zone, and that's exactly what it ended up being. But what we didn't really, plan on was so much congestion around the sewer. Almost the rest of the map wasn't really getting seen. People were just fighting around those airlocks. So with the June update, we'll be doing a bit of a rejig of the Colony Cruiser's airlocks, adding 2 additional ones, 2 kind of storage rooms, kind of near where the legs are, and then splitting up the flow. So reaching the top of the Colony Cruiser is a bit quicker than just hanging around the sewer. Does that sound all good? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think that's the only changes that the Colony Cruiser really needs. I hated being stuck behind somebody in the airlocks and just getting mowed down most of the time. I mean, sometimes you could do something about it, but yeah, this needed to change. So now they had like a 45-minute Q&A. I skimmed through everything, picked out the most important stuff. Let's go through it.
Hotkeys for healing items.
Probably never. But again, don't hold me to it. Someone could be in my arm in the future. And the only reason we do that, we think that is because the balance between how often and all that kind of stuff. We have a few like bugs still in the healing system that we're going to address pretty soon. But yeah, it's not something that we want people to just be spamming. So if we were to implement it, it'd be something where you'd have to go into the options and re-equip the next healing item and all that kind of stuff anyway. So no to what you're thinking, but we'll be trying other things around it.
I saw somebody, this comes up quite a lot, but people putting rigs into bags. So currently we just have some problems with it, which is why we took it out basically. But currently the plan is to have that in, but it will be when we kind of solve a bunch of problems around it.
Any plans for a cosmetic shop? I would assume like microtransaction cosmetic shop is the intent of that question.
No comment.
Please. I want to give you guys money for skins, please. I want
comment.
that.
Yeah, can't say anything right now.
I don't know about you guys, but to me, that sounds like 100% they are going to add a cosmetic shop, and I so hope they do. It would be amazing if they added one similar to Rust, and this game is on Steam, so if it had a Steam Marketplace shop for it, that would be amazing. I would love to see what that would do to this game.
So bags taking up less space when folded. Yeah, that was like always the intention with that kind of mechanic in it. It was just causing so much headaches and we just had to push it the way it was. But we will be revisiting it and getting that. That is the intention of the design. Any plans for the current late raid drop-ins? Yes, we're currently working on that right now and we're hoping we might be able to drop that in a hotfix that doesn't require a client update. We're just testing right now. We're just a bit scared that it will just like turn everything off. But yeah, we're hoping that the idea is that after 5 minutes, the raids won't be open to any more people, so you won't be joining in them late. So yeah, 20-minute timer left is kind of the ideal point. So yes, to that question.
I've seen a question coming in from Doctopus a couple of times. He's asking if there's a plan for a Marauder home base that we can kind of hang out, walk around, or gamble, or interact with your guild.
We'd love to have something like that, but we're going to try something slightly different for the guilds. But again, I can't talk about it.
Do you guys plan on adding the quality of life so that we can control left click to quickly move things between like all areas? Because you can do it sometimes like from your inventory to the stash, but not from the stash to your inventory.
Yeah, I think June will be doing a few more. I think quick selling might be one. We saw a request for quick scrapping. I'll have to get back to you on that one. But yeah, we'll be adding a few of those.
Any chance we could use prestige points to perm unlock an item in the trader?
That's a great idea. Interesting.
I'll write that one down.
Could we possibly see an option to close the airlock without having to step outside of it? I know having the fight adds some tension, the airlock fights, but the player outside of the airlock does have pretty much every advantage, being able to work a lot of different angles and actually disengage from the fight. You think we could see that option to just close the door if needed?
So that was actually the original intent, but something broke somewhere along the line, didn't it, Cam? And I think it makes a lot of sense to be able to go back through, but we'll look into what's happening there.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
we do see like you should be able to just hit the switch and go back. I got no problems with that. Like people trolling going in and out of all the airlocks, like that might have to be a problem we have to solve to allow that feature to happen. But yeah, I think that should be the way it is.
Seen it come up a couple of times asking if in the next update, I'm guessing the June mini mine or the mining frigate update, they're asking if there's going to be another wipe.
No.
So there you guys have it. The June update, the mining frigate update is about to be just absolutely insane. I am so excited to give the mini mine a go and just all the new features it's going to add. Let me know your guys' favorite feature of the update, and also go ahead and hop back on the game if you haven't been on in a while and start grinding, because since it's not going to wipe, you might as well go ahead and start stacking some stuff up. That's all for this one. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.